Did Avatar Korra create the Seven Havens? There is a theory that has been going on lately, and I wanted to discuss it. Well, I have heard of this theory. I had no intentions of actually covering it myself, but due to a particularly unpleasant commenter, I thought this would be a teachable moment on the dangers of misinformation. So this commenter started off by stating that Korra's strongest feat is creating the Seven Havens, to which I said this is false and asked for proof. Naturally, being the good sport that they are, they asked me to look it up myself, and joke's on them, I did. I actually checked out 3 different AI here: Gemini, Grock, and Arya, and I will read what each one of them said, starting with Grock. There is no confirmed evidence from official sources that Avatar Korra created the Seven Havens herself. The upcoming series Avatar 7 Havens, set to premiere in 2027, is described as taking place in a world shattered by a devastating cataclysm, where the Seven Havens are the last strongholds of civilization. While some fan speculation on platforms like X suggests Korra may have forged or fragmented the world into these havens in response to an apocalypse, this is not substantiated by official announcements or canon material. Official sources such as Nickelodeon and Avatar Studios indicate that Korra's actions, particularly her decision to keep the spirit portals open at the end of The Legend of Korra, may have contributed to the cataclysm that reshaped the world, leading to the creation of the Seven Havens. However, these sources do not explicitly state that she created them. Instead, they note that the world was reshaped due to a cataclysm, and Korra's legacy is tied to the Avatar being perceived as humanity's destroyer rather than a savior. Some leaks and fan theories, such as those reported by Night Edge Media, suggest Korra may have been forced to take drastic measures to save the world, potentially leading to the formation of the Seven Havens, but those remain unconfirmed and speculative until Avatar 7 Havens is released or further official details emerge. There is no definitive evidence that Korra directly created the Seven Havens. Now for Arya. As of now, there is no confirmed evidence that Avatar Korra created the Seven Havens herself. The upcoming series titled Avatar the Seven Havens is set to explore the legacy of Korra and the new Avatar, but specific details about Korra's direct involvement in the creation of the Seven Havens are still unfolding. There are some key points below if you want to read them, but I will save myself the trouble. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read them. And now for Google Gemini. We do not have confirmed evidence that Avatar Korra created the Seven Havens herself. The upcoming series Avatar 7 Havens is set in a post-apocalyptic future, long after the events of The Legend of Korra. The world has been shattered by a devastating cataclysm, and the Seven Havens are the last remaining strongholds of humanity. While many fans speculate and some theories suggest that Korra might be blamed for this cataclysm, or that her actions, such as connecting the human and spirit worlds, might have indirectly led to it, there is no confirmed information that she purposefully created the Seven Havens. You will notice that all 3 said the exact same thing. There is no confirmation, direct or explicit, that Korra herself created the Seven Havens. But let's get back to our lovely commenter, who is saying this: it's been confirmed by the authors of the new Avatar series, which is yet to be released, and even as a rumor, it was posted by the authors themselves, making it canon for the time being. So my point has been proven. It must pay to be this incompetent. They are essentially just saying the creators confirmed it, which I already proved is completely false already, but I do admire how determined they are to be wrong. So I pressed on further, asking for screenshots or any evidence, and to my joy, they responded, and they ended up providing me with this answer, which they say they got from AI. Let's read it together. While the co-creators of Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, haven't explicitly stated that Korra destroyed the Seven Havens, they have hinted at a future where the world is in a state of chaos and disarray. This is primarily explored in Avatar the Seven Havens theory, which posits that Korra's actions, particularly the use of spirit energy, inadvertently upset the balance of the world, leading to devastating consequences. Taken directly from Google's AI overview, which has a 98% accuracy, which evidently states that it is hinted at by the creators that Korra's actions directly created the Seven Havens. Yeah, that's a lie. Please don't try to deflect when you can take facts. Is this person a moron? I'm not trying to be offensive. Well, I am, but are they actually being serious? Anyway, let's continue with the video. Right, you will quickly notice that in the very first segment of the comment, the AI they use says, and I quote, haven't explicitly stated that Korra destroyed the 7 havens, which not only is this completely ridiculous, since we weren't talking about Korra destroying the 7 havens, which this answer called nations. We were actually talking about whether she created them or not, and this quote basically just says the creators didn't confirm anything, so this person's own evidence stands against them. But no, let's continue to the rest of their so-called evidence. This is primarily explored in Avatar the 7 Havens theory. Focus on that word, theory, meaning not a fact, but basically an assumption based on an idea, not yet proven. So this person is grasping at straws at this point. But what gets me the most is the confidence they have. The entire section at the bottom is literally a lie. They couldn't even properly analyze their own so-called evidence. Literally, their own quote says the authors haven't explicitly stated anything of the sort, but I will give them this much. They are saying the authors hinted at this, but this is also false, since their own quote says this is but a theory, meaning that other than this synopsis we got, the creators haven't actually given us many spoilers at all. But that's enough of that person. The reason I decided to make this video is to focus on that particular theory myself. I do think it may hold some merit that Korra was in some way responsible for the creation of the 7 havens, but I don't think she used her power to do it. We are told via the synopsis that a great cataclysm happened, but as for how it happened, what caused it, how it was stopped, we straight up don't know. We just know Korra is hated now by both spirits and humans, which led people to believe her decision to open the portals is responsible. But that is really all we know. Everything aside that is just fan-made or a theory. Now, I'm not trying to disavow all theories. My videos have plenty of theories in them. But I wanted to be clear that there is a difference between a theory and a fact, and this commenter clearly was unable to make that distinction. There are creators who speak of these theories a lot, and that is a good thing. I love this community. But as a viewer, it's best to know which ones are theories and which ones are canon, especially when discussing 7 havens, since we straight up don't know anything of substance about the finer details. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to discuss all things Avatar, anime, or anything fictional or otherwise, there are a lot of like-minded people in there, so I'm sure you will at least find something interesting to talk about. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with my uploads. Thank you for watching. You are all magnificent, and I will see you in the next one. Peace, my friend.